स्क्रीन शेयर कर दीजिए.
Definitely. So in continuation with that, we have completed the some bones of the hind limb. Today we will discussing about, we are near to discuss the bones which mainly presents near the hock stifle joint and which play major role for the formation of a stifle joint. So today topic will be the patella and one long bones in case of the ox, that is the aortic bone or rudimentary bone, that is the fibula. So first we will start the patella. We all know known as kneecap. Kneecap means in case of the human being or in case of the same animals is called, this patella is called as a kneecap. Means play major roles to cover the knee of the animals as well as in human being also. So it is known as kneecap. So this is the largest sesamoid bone. We must aware about, during the classification of bones, we classified the bones in the different categories: long bone, a small bone, irregular bone, short bones, splanchnic bones, and sesamoid bones. So in our body or in the human being or in the animals, two major sesamoid bones present. In case of the fall, humerus is called as a sesamoid bone, and in case of the other animal, sesamoid bones, that is the largest sesamoid bone, is called patella. But some sesamoid bones also present in the posterior and coffin regions. We will discuss later on. So before going the start about the patella, what is patella and where it is located and what's role is. So it is the largest sesamoid bones placed on articulating with the trochlea. You must aware about the structure of trochlea. Trochlea is located on anterior or posterior positions of the femur. Asphi. Trochlea located anterior or posterior, distal part of the femur.
Trochlea anteriorly or condyle posteriorly.
Right, definitely. So in front of the trochlea means patella is located in front of trochlea of femurs and forms a joint that is known as a stifle joint. Okay, that's clear. So it look like a seam shansi. That means we have no till. We all use the till in a festival also. So when we observe the grossly and enlarge the structure of a till, it look like a till. We can say in Hindi, see same seed like. So size structure of the sesamoid bone patella is seam set like and triangular in shape. When we observe during the standing position of animal from dorsal or anterior view, when animal in a standing position, when we see there the stifle joint, it look like their shape is triangular in shape, and it gives the increase the leverage of the extensor of the leg. It bears the more weight, provide movement of this stifle joint extension and flexion mainly, but play major role in comparison when you study about the extension and flexion, provide more strength towards the extension, means increase the angle between bones mainly related to the stifle joint. And three major ligament runs near the patella. We have already discussed on the previous classes. That ligament was a straight lateral patellar ligament, a straight medial patellar ligament, and a straight middle patellar ligament. So, as there is a one condition in case of the bovine, there is string halt. So, which ligaments is responsible for, and as a surgeon, which ligaments we should cut? Any idea?
Yes, sir. Patellar. Yes, sir. Medial patellar ligament, sir.
Right, medial patellar ligament. When we cut the middle, there will be little problem, and when we cut the lateral, there will be major problem. Means animal will not able to bear the weight, even those who are dragging their limb. So these three ligaments runs on their position, lateral, middle, and medial. Accordingly, nomenclature a straight, because their structure is become somewhat a straight. So this is a straight lateral patellar ligament, a straight middle patellar ligament, and a straight medial patellar ligament. So up to this, we have completed the shape and the structures which is located near the patella. For description point of view, when we go on the descriptions, This is a triangular bone. We have already first discussed and described this is a triangular bone, indicate three angles, triangular, three angles and three borders. But here its location, when we observe from dorso-anterior view, it's look like triangular. So we described as it contains two surface, two border, a base and a apex. Two surface, two border, a base and apex. Prior to going in this detail, first we observe these structures of the patella. So this is the anterior dorsal view of the patella. So this part, cursor is visible to all, I think. So this part from here to here, when animal is a standing position, those facing in front, this from here to here, this is known as anterior part. And below that, this is the posterior part. So this is the anterior from this total area from here to where this is anterior, and below that this is the posterior. So two border. Next, say two surface and two border. So this is the anterior surface from here to here, here to here, and this is the posterior surface. And there are two border. One will be the lateral, another will the posterior, because this bones patella comes in contact with the trochlea of the femur, and according to the shape and position of trochlea, one is the lateral, another is the medial. Those comes in contact with the lateral trochlea, surface of the patella comes in contact with the lateral trochleal part, that is known as lateral facet, lateral border. This is the lateral border, and this is the medial border, lateral and medial. Two surface, two border is clear, apex and apex. This part, posterior part from here to here is formed base, and anterior part, this is some part clear cut in triangular inside, this is known as apex. So for description, patella contains two surface. This is the anterior surface we have completed. This posterior surface, and two border. This is the medial border, and this is the lateral border. So these two border, when comes in contact with the trochlea, and divided into two part, contains two area. These area in the form of facet, those facing towards the lateral side, that is known as lateral facet, and those facing towards the medial side, that is known as medial facet. And this facet is divided by a ridge, that is known as vertical ridge. So a structure point of view we have completed. For the description of patella, it contains two surface, anterior surface and posterior surface. Two border, this is the lateral border and this is the medial border, and a base and apex. This anterior part in the completely in the triangular form is the base and apex, and opposite to this is known as base. So this is clear. Now you say for the description it is a regular triangular bone, and for description contains two surface, two border, a base and an apex. A base and a apex. So anterior surface is convex and rough. Anterior surface is this one. This surface is convex and rough. Opposite to this, posterior surface, that is the articular surface. We have already discussed this surface, articular surface. This posterior is known as articular surface because it comes in contact with the trochlea of the femur. So this is the posterior surface. So posterior surface, also known as articular surface, is divided by a vertical ridge. We have already seen divided by a vertical ridge into two parts. One is the medial, another is the lateral. We all know medial is the larger. Why is larger? We have already discussed, and lateral will be the smaller, as we already seen in the condyle and trochlea of the femur and condyle of the humerus also. So posterior articular surface divided into two parts, lateral and medial, by a ridge that is known as vertical ridge, and out of the medial one is the larger. So that's all. 9. Two border coverage, the apex. This border, two border, one is the lateral, another is the medial. So this border reaches, this is the medial border. See, means medial border comes from here base part to the apex. This is the medial border. Opposite to this is the lateral border. So indicate medial border located on the medial aspect of the body and lateral border located lateral aspect of the body, but it is sent from base to the apex. Boundary of the both border is from base to the apex, one facing towards the medial surface, another is facing towards the lateral surface. So you see here, two border coverage to the apex below and base upward in position. We have already discussed because the border extend from base to the apex. Lateral border is convex and medial border is concave, and this medial border forms the angle at the base, which give the attachment of fibrocartilaginous structure of patella. This medial border, you see here, this medial border forms structures which comes in contact with the trochlea of femur with the help of fibrocartilaginous structures. And upper part is known as apex and lower part is called apex and upper part is called base. So up to this, when anybody asks you what is patella, and the question if 2-3 marks, first you describe the what is patella. Sir, it is the largest sesamoid bone located just in front of the trochlea of femur and look like seam seed like. And when we see from dorso-anterior view during the standing position of helmet, it is triangular in shape. And these patella fixed in a positions by a 3 ligaments, that is a straight in positions, a straight in direction. These ligaments are a straight lateral ligament, a straight medial ligament, middle ligament, and medial ligament. So that's about 2-3 marks of the patella. If question will be 5 marks, then you must go through that descriptions. Description, sir, patella is a triangular bone. For description, it contains two surface, two border, a base and a apex. Two surface, anterior surface, when animal is in the standing position or sitting position, anterior surface is convex and rough. Below that, opposite to this posterior surface, it is called articular surface because it comes in contact with the trochlea of femur, and trochlea divided by a ridge, trochlear ridge, that is lateral and medial. So again, this posterior surface divided into two parts, that is the medial and lateral by a vertical ridge, and medial one is the larger. Border, two border, lateral and medial border, those border facing towards the lateral side from base to the apex, and that is convex. Medial border facing towards the medial side and play major roles for the attachment of the trochlea of femur with the help of fibrocartilaginous structure. So out of these 4 points, surface, border, a base and apex, base is located upward in positions and irregular in shape and comparatively into this is the narrow, and anterior part, those located during the standing positions of animal in stifle joint below, this is known as apex. So this is all about the patella of the ox. So up to this is the clear. Next, patella of the sheep and goat. Sheep and goat is comparatively similar to that of ox, but relatively it is longer and narrower. Triangular in shape, but not flattened. It is longer, and when we measure their diameter, it is the narrow. Next, patella of horse. It is not triangular, base is wide, large, and blunt. And when we observe from anterior dorsal, that means आगे की तरफ से और ऊपर की तरफ से, the shape of this patella, largest sesamoid bone in case of the horse, is quadrilateral, and medial and lateral angle are not prominent. That means medial and lateral border, those, because it's the quadrilateral in shape, so this structures is not prominent. So we see here, this is the positions of the patella in a standing position of horse. It located just anterior to, this is the trochlea. This is the trochlea located anteriorly, and this portion is condyle. So this is also patella. It is quadrilateral in shape. You see here, this is the quadrilateral in shape. For the description, the lateral angle, a lateral border, we can say, this is not prominent as like the ox. So anybody asked you, you tell me two lines about the patella of horse, then we can say it is the largest sesamoid bone of the horse or the any animal, and it located just in front of the trochlea of femur. And when we observe from anterior dorsal aspect during the standing position, it is quadrilateral in shape. And when we compare with the patella of ox, its lateral and medial angle or lateral and median border, those which are clear cut demarcation in case of the ox, but here it is not prominent. So I think this is clear about the patella of horse. So what is this bone? Aspi, you can tell me this bone, name of this bone?
Yes.
Pardon?
Tibia.
Tibia, right? This is the tibia, right? So this is completed up to the this structure of the horse. I think this is completed. Okay. So next.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है मेरा.
हाँ, yes.
सर जैसे आपने वो सेसामॉइड बोन में एक लाइन पढ़ाया कि वो जो मीडियल बॉर्डर होता है वो ट्रोकेलियस के अटैच होता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ फाइब्रोकार्टिलेजिनस स्ट्रक्चर. तो क्या लैटरल वाला बॉर्डर फाइब्रोकार्टिलेजिनस स्ट्रक्चर कंटेन नहीं करेगा सर उसको अटैच करने के लिए, आर्टिकुलेशन के लिए?
Yes. First we have already discussed menisci. Do you know menisci? Menisci is the fibrocartilaginous structure which is located in between the condyle of femur and proximal part of the tibia. Okay, so there are two menisci, lateral and medial, but the position of these bones, patella, is just anterior or in front of the trochlea, so little bit comes in contact with the condyles, means little bit comes in contact with the condyle. So lateral part of the patella is facing laterally and anteriorly. So वो ताल्लुक उससे नहीं रखता है मिनिस्की से, सिर्फ मीडियल पार्ट रखता है. इसलिए यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि मीडियल जो स्ट्रक्चर्स है वहां पर एक फाइब्रोकार्टिलेजिनस स्ट्रक्चर होता है, that is the part of menisci which comes in contact with the patella as well as the proximal part of tibia and with the condyle of the femur. So that's okay. Any query? We will discuss later on. If any you have the query, please write, and after finishing within 10 minutes we will finish the another bone, that is the fibula, and later on we will discuss if you have any query related to this bone. So this is the fibula. We know fibula bones is the highly rudimentary in case of the ox. And Aspi, position of fibula bone is lateral or medial to the tibia? Are you listening to me? Ashfi Kanat.
Yes.
Lateral or medial?
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था.
Oh, I'm just asking about the position of fibula bone because we have already discussed the tibia bone. So fibula located on lateral side or medial side?
हाँ सर.
Where is located?
Lateral, posterior lateral aspect.
Posterior lateral. Sorry.
Posterior lateral.
Yes, posterior lateral aspect. You see the picture. This is the rudimentary, highly rudimentary. You see, this is the comparison of the equine with the bovine. This is the fibula bone, and this is the fibula bone. So we will discuss about first bovine, later on another species. So this is the highly rudimentary bones located on lateral aspect of tibia and also somewhat help in the formation of stifle joint. यहाँ पर ऊपर की तरफ जो है stifle joints का निर्माण होता है, तो कुछ हद तक इसका भी रोल होता है. तो आगे हम पढ़ेंगे. So this is the highly rudimentary bone, and for description it contains head and two end, proximal and distal end. For description it contains, this is the head and this is the proximal part. This pointed part is known as this point head proximal, and this is the distal part. So you see here. So this is the highly magnetic head is fused with the tibia and is continued below by a small shift, very small shift. Proximal articular face is concave and is come in contact with the lateral part of the tibia. Sorry, lateral part of the tibia. Proximal articular surface is concave in front, convex behind, and it articulate with the lateral part of the proximal extremity of tibia. Means its medial part comes in contact with the lateral part of the tibia. Distal extremity is quadrilateral in outline and compressed side by side. When we see this one, distal extremity is compressed side by side and is somewhat pointed in shape. Distal face is concave, medial face present a curved, a groove, and lateral face rough and irregular. So anybody, if you ask to you what is the fibula, what is the role of fibula bone in the ox? So first we say this is the rudimentary bones and comes in contact with the lateral aspect of the tibia, and for description it contains two part, proximal and distal part. Proximal part contains head which medially connect with the lateral part of the tibia, and distal extremity is quadrilateral in outline and is somewhat pointed in shape, and distal face is concave, medial face is curved, and lateral face is rough and irregular. Next, in sheep and goat, there is no shift. It's highly rudimentary. Means only proximal end is represented by a small prominence below the lateral condyle of tibia. Below the lateral condyle of tibia, that means very small in comparison to the ox. You say this is the tibia and fibula of human being. Before discussing about the other animals, we have must an idea about our bone. So this is the tibia facing anteriorly and laterally somewhat. This is the fibula. See, in our case, in the human being, this extended from proximal end to the distal end of tibia. And when we go through the structure of the tibia, laterally and medially becomes rounded and forms a structure that is known as medial malleolus and lateral malleolus. So this is the position of tibia in human being or in case of the men. This is the pig. In case of the pig, this is the thin elongated bone. Interosseous space is wide and body is flat, form side to side and extend along with the whole length of the tibia bone. So you see here, this is the radius ulna of the pig and this is the tibia and fibula of the pig. So this is the tibia bone. Laterally tibia bone attached with the head of fibula, and this fibula is cylinder and rod on shape which located throughout the length of the tibia, and proximal end is in contact with lateral part of head of the tibia and distal end is in contact with the lateral malleolus of the tibia. So this is the fibula bone of the pig, and this fibula bones forms a well-developed interosseous space that in comparison to the others two previous animal, those we have already discussed. So this is the fibula of pig. This is the fibula of pig. We have completed the next. Prior to pig, second species is the horse. Horse is the better developed. You have already seen this picture. In this case, in comparison to the ox or bovine, this is well developed, cylinder in shape, and it also attached on the lateral part of the tibia and reaches up to middle of the tibia bone and is the cylinder in shape and forms a space that is known as interosseous space. And here we can discuss some important parts. It is the well developed, better developed in comparison to the ox, placed along the lateral border of tibia. We have already discussed. Shaft is cylinder or rod in shape. You have already seen. This is the shaft. This is the proximal extremity. This is the distal extremity, and in between two there is a body or shaft. Extend down to about middle of the tibia. We have already discussed middle of the tibia, with which it forms the tibiofibular arc or interosseous space. We have already discussed regarding this structure, tibiofibular arc, yeah, interosseous space. There is the only one space, so there is no indication for the proximal or distal interosseous space like the radiation ulna. So proximal extremity is large, flattened from side to side. Medial face has a facet lateral condyle of the tibia, and lateral face slightly convex. Anterior and posterior is bland, rounded, and posterior wing thicker. And the distal extremity is distal extremity. The lateral malleolus is fused with the tibia. Distal extremity. This distal extremity fused with the. So you see here, this is the distal extremity. Distal extremity, somewhat this bone, because this two malleolus, this is the medial side, medial malleolus, this is the lateral side. So in case of the horse, in some animals of the horse, this lateral malleolus is reaches up to the hair. So this part, those is the cylinder and shapes, comes in contact with this portion. So this shape, the distal end of the equine fibula, is also comes in contact with the lateral malleolus of the tibia bone. So we have completed the tibia of the horse. If anybody asks what do you mean by the tibia of the horse, 2-3 lines you can explain. This is the well developed bones in comparison to the ox. Sentence should be in comparison to the ox, because not fully well developed. Like the pig, we have already seen. It is the better developed in comparison to the ox, and located lateral aspect of the tibia, and for description contains two extremity and a set. Proximal extremity having head which comes in contact with the lateral condyle of the tibia, and distal extremity generally reached up to the middle or distal 2/3 of the tibia bone. And in between two bones, there is a one interosseous space which is called as tibiofibular arc, which is for the accommodation of the some muscles, maybe complex muscles or other muscles in this interosseous space. And this portion is proximal extremity is rounded, well developed, thick, wide, and this is narrow and pointed in shape. So that's all about the fibula of the horse, and we have already discussed the pig of this one. In this case, it's an elongated one. There are 2-3 major points related to the fibula of pig. This is the well developed bone in comparison to the all animals, located on lateral aspect of the tibia. For description, it contains two extremity, proximal and distal extremity, and sept. Proximal extremity comes in contact with the lateral part of the tibia with the help of head, and distal extremity comes in contact with the tibia of its lateral condyle, and in between two there is a well developed interosseous space. This is all about the pig fibula. And last is the fibula of dog. So this is the fibula of dog. Prior to we go on the theoretical point, first we understand this position. So in all, when we compare to the all animals, this is the pig, this is the dog. See, in dog, this is well developed like the human being, and this is the highly developed as compared to the all species, and extend throughout the length of tibia on its lateral positions, and its distal extremity may extend more bottom in comparison to the tibia. You see here, this distal part is somewhat in comparison to other species, it reaches more bottom part of the tibia, and this is the head. So for description, it contains, because it is a long bone, contain two extremity. This is the proximal extremity, and this is the distal extremity, and in between shaft. So both proximal and distal extremity comes in contact to the tibia laterally and forms a gap. This gap is nothing but this is interosseous space, and this interosseous space extend up to the distal 2/3 only, and this 1/3 part is fused, or means we can say there is a little space in between the tibia and fibula. So this is also known as tibiofibular arc or well developed proximal interosseous space. So you see here, this is long tibia, long as the tibia. We already discussed
because it extends